I told the AI, come up with a rap.
Let me show you how it's done. I lost my virginity to a Vaporeon last night. It was the best experience of my life. Everything was right. I knew I'd never be the same, and I'd always remember her name, Vaporeon. So if you're a trainer trying to catch 'em all, just remember sometimes love can come in a Pokeball, and you never know what might happen when you're losing your virginity to Vaporeon rapping. Hey.
Vaporeon rapping.
Vaporeon rapping. Howdy, howdy. Welcome to episode 14 of the Hardcore Podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Norwood.
And I'm your host, Robert Melton.
We've got an interesting one today. I feel like I say that every time. But we may be all over the place with this one. We're going to do kind of like an AI episode, playing around with Open AI because it's cool as fuck. But it's down at the moment. But we still have some stuff saved.
Yeah, we did some pre-saves yesterday, so we got a few things if it doesn't come back up. But.
Yeah, and that's okay if it's a shorter one. Let's get right into some game news. What do we got today, Robert?
So, The Last of Us officially renewed for a second season. I don't know if you've seen that.
No. I had, like, with the first episode dropping, I had heard rumors of, like, we'll see how well it does, but they knew it was gonna. Oh yeah, it was gonna be something great.
Yeah, I think it was the highest premiere, second to House of the Dragon.
That's still really good.
That's really good.
That's really good.
HBO. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the highest ever second episode audience rate.
Oh.
It like rocketed like 22%.
Oh wow. Well, it's probably like people just talking about how good that first episode was. So people are like, all right, let's check it out. Wow, that was good. All right, let's stay tuned for the second episode.
Mm-hmm. And
so that's cool.
Along with that, they released the first episode on YouTube for free.
Oh, shoot.
Which is kind of crazy.
That is
HBO.
cool.
I don't think I've ever heard of them doing anything like that before.
I don't think I've heard of anyone doing anything like that before.
Yeah.
No, that's super
pretty
cool.
dope.
I wonder if it's like, as far as like shows or movies based off video games, if it's like the highest.
It has to be.
You know?
Nothing comes to mind.
Like everything nowadays is based off.
In terms of TV show?
Well, I guess if you think of like the only thing that would maybe rival it is The Witcher. And that's based off a book. That's true. You know? Like that's based off a video game that's based off a book.
Right.
So something that's solely based off of a video game, it's got to be. It's got to be the highest, and probably second place doesn't even come close.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's always those people that don't even like fantasy and shit like that don't even watch The Witcher. I feel like more people watch zombie shit opposed to, like, fantasy. Yeah. I mean, obviously, fantasy's fucking massive, and there's obviously, all our friends are into that shit.
And this is such a different, like, take on the zombie genre.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's not like the typical virus. Mm-hmm. It's all fucking...
It's not Resident Evil, The Walking Dead kind of stuff. So, that's neat. I did not know about that.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
That's great. I'm just curious. It would make most sense for the second season to be based off of...
The second game.
But I'm thinking of, like, how many episodes are going to be in the season. Has that been announced? Because... where we are in the second episode,
it's still the beginning of the game.
Like maybe, like 2 hours into the game. Yeah. Like so very early. So is there just going to be a lot of episodes, or are we just going to skip a lot, Yeah,
I'm sure they'll maybe try to milk it. So.
And then like second season, I mean, you're talking about years that have gone by.
Right.
What is like Ellie, like...
She's in 13, her 20s, right?
14. Well, I'm thinking the first game.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, we're pushing, like, 18, 19, I think.
Oh, shit.
17.
Okay.
I mean, either way, it's, like, at least a few years.
Right.
So.
Noticeable difference, for sure.
Yeah. A difference that you can easily, add to Pedro Pascal for
Yeah.
like Joel. But like Ellie, you know, you can't really like age her but too much.
That's true.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's just going to be a different actress or they're just going to keep.
I don't even know her name.
What is her name?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, shame on me. I do not know. Shit, it almost came to me. Either way.
I'm sure you've seen her if you're fucking listening to this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's going to come to me at some point during this episode.
Just bring it up
randomly. Yep. All right, next.
So Dead Space
Next. No, I'm just
comes out
kidding.
today. The Dead Space remake.
Oh, hell yeah. I did see a IGN review.
Oh, did you? What did they give it?
Yeah. IG review is 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Wow.
9 out of 10. And I know they're not like the all authority like game reviewers, but that's just who I happen to follow because they just pump out a lot of good news very often. So yeah, no, IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. I didn't like read what it was about because I was just scrolling, but I see 9. I was like, oh, sick. Which I didn't see that game failing at all.
I mean, it's already a beloved game, so it's kind of hard to fuck up a remake of the same game.
Yeah, instant like cult classic.
Yeah. So that comes out today, January 27th. It'll be out when this episode's out, obviously.
Nice.
It's already out today. But Hogwarts Legacy. Now, I've been trying to get you to watch the gameplay trailers of these for like weeks of this game.
Right.
And you finally started it today.
So yeah, I'll give you a little bit of information on that. So, you know, we've seen gameplay stuff throughout like the last year pretty much. Like they've just been sprinkling a little bit of gameplay. Like here's a little bit of the spells. Here's like some combat. This is what the professors look like. And I don't mind watching those things. And I'd said that I was going to watch these gameplay showcases because they're like 30 to 45 minutes long. And I got 10 minutes in, and they were already just like throwing a lot of information, a lot of cool, thorough information, like the character customization. This guy had started out in the Hufflepuff like common room, and they were going over like what inspired this room, and like the music is like different for every common room, and how like Hufflepuff is kind of centered around Earth, Gryffindor air, Ravenclaw fire, and Slytherin water. And I'm like, damn, this is so cool. I had to pause it though because I'm personally just not a big fan of like all these videos and showcases beforehand. Like obviously I want to see game trailers for like new games,
right?
But when it's like a big showcase showing off all this stuff, I'd rather go through it organically and find this stuff out on my own. So I had to pause it, and I was like, I'm sorry, but I can't watch any more of this because that's such a big game for me. You know, if it was any other game, I could go through it, but like being such a big Harry Potter fan, like I just want to go through this organically. I don't want any of this spoiled for me. Yeah,
I mean, this is like a game that should have been made a long time ago. Like this is like the first like main AAA fucking Harry Potter game, you know, since it, I mean, shit, it was written in the 90s. The movie came out in like 2000, 2001, the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been over 20 years.
And gosh, I'm just really excited for this. Like, for example, like I already know that the game has like a darker tone because you can, like you can use these like forbidden spells, you know, and like kill people. Like that would have been so awesome to like not know that and go through the game, and then that happened and me be like, whoa, this game's fucking dark.
Yeah.
But now I already kind of have that spoiled for me. So that's why I was like, you know what? I can't. Especially we're starting in like the Hufflepuff common room. No. I can't. Because I'm a Hufflepuff. But yes, no, super excited for that. I have like a vacation that follows like the week after release, so me and my girlfriend both are going to be dumping so much time into that.
Same.
And that would be cool to see, like, because she's a Slytherin, so it'll be cool to see, like, her take on her character and, you know, my take on mine, being Hufflepuff. Very different.
Yeah.
Morally.
And I'm a Gryffindor, and I'm hoping...
You're like the protagonist energy Gryffindor character.
Oh, yeah. Invincible.
Yes. The hero.
I'm hoping Ashley will want to get into this game, though.
Oh, gosh. She has to. She has to.
I mean, we'll see. But
What is her house?
She's Slytherin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should have known.
Mm-hmm.
But well, just going off what I did see, because like the first few minutes were the character customization, and that's like a big thing. You know, if you're into RPGs, JRPGs, like you like character customization.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the running joke, like, all right, I'm 5 hours in, I finally created my character. You know,
Yeah.
And it's not like Skyrim where there's very finite little points on the bar that you can put. There's like a lot of preset stuff, but still it was in depth. Like, especially coming from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there's your Pokemon mention for the episode. Coming from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where like it was like terrible customization, and then going to this, like, it's good.
Yeah.
And finally, that was one thing I made note of. Like, we're finally to a point in gaming where hair looks good.
I know.
Like, the hair in this game looked good. And I know that's like a small point, but I don't know why it's taken us so long. Like, even like games a couple years ago with like NVIDIA Hairworks, which is supposed to be this like super demanding thing.
Yeah.
It like still just looks terrible.
You know, it's funny. Is Ashley and I, we just started It Takes Two. We've been playing through that a little bit.
Into that. We're gonna get back into that.
Yeah. But she was I was saying, like, this game looks like pretty good for what it is. You know?
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. And then a little while later, after we were playing, she was like, the hair looks like shit. And I was like, yeah.
That's
literally 99% of games aside from God of War Ragnarok.
They just had to get his beard right.
Dude, it's perfect. It's literally perfect.
Yeah. So I guess it was just I don't know what gen of gaming this is. 9th, 10th, 11th. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, this is a gen where we finally get it. We finally perfected it.
Mm-hmm.
Chef's kiss. But no, the character customization looked really good. See if I have anything. Oh, and I thought it was cool that throughout the game you will unlock more unlockables for like your character, like more like clothing options. I don't know if maybe like certain like beard options. Hopefully beards are in this game. I didn't see.
God, I hope so.
But yeah, no, I always dislike that. Like, I know you're not playing a 30-year-old adult in Hogwarts.
Yeah, but you could be fucking 18.
I know.
You know?
Oh, I mean, we both had like full-grown beards at 18. I remember being in 9th grade to being a big deal because I had like not like a full beard, but like it wasn't like
just having
patchy,
facial hair.
Yeah, it wasn't patchy at all. But I thought that was cool. Like, over the game, you will get more and more, you know, customization stuff to unlock stuff to unlock. You get more stuffs. And apparently there's over 20 usable spells, and I'm happy with that.
That's it.
And I'm happy with that. Yeah, 20 usable spells, as long as it's like perfected. Like, you're telling me like you can give me Skyrim that has like over 100 spells, but like some of them are shitty. You're not even going to use these.
Yeah.
Remember in Skyrim where they push this clairvoyant spell? Like, who uses that?
Like, to get to a path
exactly.
or whatever? Yeah.
So if you're telling me it's 20 good spells that they just like focus time onto, and they're like all very usable, and you know you can utilize all of them, like, I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Is that
quality over quantity?
Is that what they said though? Over 20?
Yeah, it was either 20. I want to say he said over 20.
Okay.
So if they say over 20, it's probably like 21, 22, 23, you know.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're probably upgradable. I would assume.
I don't know. I don't know if that's been released. I didn't watch the full
video.
video.
That would make the most sense, right? Because when you're learning a spell, you know, you're not going to do it perfect.
It's got to be. Maybe like the more you use it, the more like you're able to upgrade
I hope so.
You know?
I love shit like that.
Yeah, and that was... We'll get into it with a future episode, but that was really cool in God of War. Where once you use your abilities enough, you're then able to like add these like little tokens onto them. But, you know, gosh, that's going to be a good one. Oh, and they had said like the music, I think I had already hit on this, but like the music is different in each common room.
Yeah.
Like the little details, like I'm glad I did hear that bit because I do pay attention to music in games, but that's something that can be easily missed.
Oh, yeah.
You know, easily. And I feel like this game is going to be very deserving of like, hey, let's pay attention to every single detail.
Well, Harry Potter,
a lot of time was put into this.
The music's very widely known.
The score is, oh man, fantastic. I want to say I think his name's John Carpenter, and he's like known for Harry Potter, Star Wars,
Halloween.
Halloween, is that him too?
I'm pretty sure.
And I hope I'm getting that right. I want to say that's him, but like his resume is fucking fantastic. I don't know if he had any part in this game, but maybe that's worth looking into. But yeah, no, that's all I really want to say on the game. I've seen like little bits of like touring Hogwarts. Hogwarts looks fantastic. I've seen the combat. Combat looks amazing.
Yes,
looks very like fluid and.
You never even seen any of that customization, right? Aside from like not character, but like any of the other shit.
No. Don't tell me about it. Don't tell me about it. It's fucking crazy. That again, stuff like that. Like I would, like it's cool to see it, but I want to see it for the first time on my screen, controller in hand.
I do remember telling you about the trials or whatever. Like you can do trials.
I think that sounds kind of familiar.
Like waves of enemies and shit.
Yeah.
And then, from what I remember, I believe. You can get cosmetics from that, or at least some of them.
Yeah.
Some sort like that. But yeah, so that's cool. You can earn shit.
Yes, exactly. Like if it's a hard trial, you know, I could be watching you and I'm like, whoa, where'd you get that? Oh, you have to get to the 3rd level of this trial. It's really hard, but it's worth it because you get this and blah, blah, blah. Like that's cool. That's really cool. But yeah, I've seen like the mounts, the flying around.
Oh, that's so sick.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure I speak for all of us. We are going to dump some time into this game. Gosh, man. Harry Potter's huge, and this is a game that, like you said, should have been out 10 years ago. But
hey, it's just going to be that much better.
It's going to be that much better. Like, I hope they took their time, which I think they did because we've heard about this game for a while now.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to finally get a release. Hopefully, it's not being pushed. Like too early, it doesn't give off that vibe, but I'm really excited for this. I think this is going to be, I know it's going to be a big game, but I think it's going to be like either a 9 or 10. That's my guess. I think it's going to be, we'll be seeing a review here shortly.
I can definitely
within
see
the
that.
Next week or two. It's going to be a fucking 9 or 10. I don't see this game dropping the ball.
Nah.
All right, you were telling me about what's his name? Justin Roiland?
Oh God, yeah.
You might as well get into that.
Yeah.
So school me here. Like you've told me a little bit about it, but go more thoroughly into it.
Justin Roiland, he's the creator of Rick and Morty.
So
co-creator.
He is the creator.
Well, he's a co-creator.
Co-creator. So
the other one is I can't remember his name.
Universe to life.
Yeah, and he, he's the voices on like High on Life.
Oh, he does some of the voices.
Oh yeah, he's a lot of the voices.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Kenny.
He is Kenny.
He's Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Kenny.
He's Kenny.
Okay, yeah. Well, with you saying that, because when you hear Kenny, you do hear that same voice like throughout the game, just maybe a little pitched a little differently.
Right.
So yeah, he does a ton of voices.
I'm pretty sure he does like 30 plus voices in Rick and Morty.
He does a lot of voices.
I'm pretty sure he is Rick and Morty, so he literally just talks to himself the entire show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a cool and talented guy. Hopefully you have good stuff to say about him. What's going on?
Yeah, so he was actually terminated from Rick and Morty. Well, Adult Swim terminated him.
No.
So therefore, he is no longer on Rick and Morty. And also, he resigned from Squanch Games, the producers of High on Life.
Is that their first game?
I don't know. I want to say so. But I'm not 100% positive on that.
So tell me, what did he do?
Well, he just quit.
Oh, not a big deal.
No. So a few weeks ago, maybe up to a month ago, some domestic abuse shit came out. I mean, not came out. It was already out, but he's going to trial now over it. And it's just fucking blowing up all over the internet. So much so that a lot more shit came out on him.
Well, once you get something, that's when people really start digging, and they're going to find more. It's never just one thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
And it's much... I shouldn't say it's worse, because domestic abuse is pretty bad, beating your partner. But let's just say he's up in that pedo range. So...
Yeah, no.
I got some stuff to show you.
Gosh, I don't know what it is about like power and authority and just the fame that just gets these people looking at little kids like that? I
Yeah.
don't know.
It's
What the fuck?
quite nuts. So, I'm not sure the order of these. I just got them off of a
So these are
Reddit
texts.
thread. Yeah.
So which one is him and which one is, I guess, this underage girl?
His is the gray text, so I'm going to read it. I'm not blank, something's covering it. I'm not experienced. I've never really been in a consensual situation. I've only ever been used, and I'm a bit lost. I want to own my sexuality now, but I'm afraid of being objectified, and things are very hard for me. And here's Justin's response. Oh no, that's heartbreaking. You know what? You will get to own it and enjoy it. You just need to be with someone who puts your pleasure at the same level as theirs. Not gonna lie, I have kinks around what you just said, but I also am so focused on my partner's pleasure, often above my own. All right. She says, I got this. He says, it's some troll. I've known about it for a while. Total bullshit. This is obviously a different conversation.
Same girl?
I don't know if it's the same girl or not. I think there's a few girls that came out about this from what I've gathered.
Yeah.
She says, I just don't want to get doxxed. That's dumb. He says, they should focus on changing the age of consent laws. You won't. It's some kid. I'm sure of it. She says, okay. And he says, maybe defend me. It's fucking insane. And then she says, now we have this person threatening people. That should close this up finally. The person is so stupid. I want to know who it is so bad. My gut tells me it's not some dipshit. My gut tells me it's some dipshit that doesn't even know me. And he says, yeah, I just want to say that I would never want to say anything or hurt you or be a part of that in any way, but also that the sexual stuff that happened with us was not handled by you in the best way, and I just want you to take that into account in the future dates. I know it was not black or white, but verbal consent is very important. Okay. She says, shit, yeah, I didn't? I'm really sorry. Fuck. That's not cool at all, Jesus. This is not me whatsoever. I literally didn't consent, ? He says, I mean, you said after that you thought it turned me on to be forced. I don't think that was your exact... Oh, shit. I'm reading this totally opposite. So that was him saying that he didn't, or that she didn't consent or whatever. So the blue text here is her. Obviously, he's not going to be screenshotting this and putting it on the internet.
Okay.
So he says, that is not me whatsoever. I literally didn't get consent, ? She says, I mean, you said after that you thought it turned me on to be forced. I don't think that was your exact word into it, and I told you that I would have preferred it didn't happen. And he says, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm really sorry. And she says, no, I was not. No, I was like not consenting. I was like saying no and other things, but not very forcefully. And I believe this is another conversation on Twitter here.
That was a point where he was like, I am fucked.
Pretty much. But it gets worse. She says, I think you started it. He said, fair enough. For the record, I was totally probably hitting on you, she says. He says, can I ask you a personal question? And she says, sure. Then he says, are you into girls at all? She says, I'm not into any girls right now, but I won't knock out the possibility if that makes sense. 1 second. I think this is a different conversation here. Okay. And he says, do you have a boyfriend? She says, haha, I'm actually not interested. What?
It's gotta be
okay, this is
else.
a different girl, another girl. He says, do you have a boyfriend? And she says, haha, I'm actually not interested in men. Do you have a girlfriend? He says, oh, you're not into guys. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I have an amazing girlfriend. You'd like her if you're into girls, unless that's not what you meant. Haha, sorry. And I'm not sure if this is a different girl or not. This is so confusing because all of these are just different texts. I'm hoping I can snag one when they release more. Basically, walking distance, yeah. That's from her. He says, the cool thing about passes is that they never ID once you have it. We should hang if I'm not too insanely fucked. We usually stay at the Hyatt and go to all the Adult Swim things. She says, yeah, totally. I'm not worried about getting in. I usually figure it out. And then this one. Okay, there's some context here. It says, honestly, really glad Rick and Morty is becoming the new target for ridicule because I used to be friends with Justin Roilands and can confirm he's a grade A creep. We became friends when I was still 17. He would frequently try to get me to go to private parties and hook up with him. And here's one where he's saying, what's wrong with a weird date? Haha. It wouldn't be weird unless we were awkward about it. It would be fun. Don't be a homo. Unless you are a homo. And that's totally okay if you are. I have some girlfriends you might like. She says, only if I can bring people, and doesn't show the rest of the text. Then another message to her. Hey, dude, I'm going to be in Vegas on the 19th through the 22nd. I'll be at the Palms in a huge-ass room. Are you down to fuck? Some context. And would interject totally normal convos with shit like this. She's talking about comics and music. He says, yeah, I just want to see your style. Lots of porn. Are you into porn? Some more context here. And invited me to singles party and wanted to hook me up with Alex Hirsch when I was barely about to turn 18. And I made a vague post about it on here, and he sent this. Hey, please don't tumble the stuff. Does that say tumble? Please don't tumble the stuff about Alex. It makes him look like a steez, and he didn't even know I was trying to play matchmaker. Can you take that stuff down? Some more context after that. And I did take it down because I thought it might hurt his reputation since he was gaining fame for Gravity Falls. This was long before he had any fame from Rick and Morty. So seeing Rick and Morty explode in popularity is beyond weird to me because I just know this dude was a super creepy and probably done this with other girls. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. This is 7 out of 18.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I think we get the gist. The dude's a creep.
Yeah.
I was a little confused at first, but it was backwards, right?
At first, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, any of the fucked up shit was obviously him.
Yeah. Yeah, the dude's a creep.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is...
I just don't know why they... All right. I'm going to preface by saying this dude is, nasty. Creep. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, like, why are any of these girls even, like, entertained and still messaging, you know? Like, the one creepy thing, I'm like, oh, dude, bye, you know? But, you know, I don't know what's going through their heads.
He's a celebrity. He's got the money, he's got the fame, you know?
I guess that's what it is, but that's just something I can't fathom, you know? I've never been there.
Here's an interesting one.
But, yeah, this dude...
He says, that's how you do it. Network. Would you do video game reviews and stuff like that? I bet you'd do good. She says, yeah, just playing games and shit.
Yeah.
Then he says, then once you turn 18, you can just start cam whoring. And then she says, but then again, Mac suck ass when it comes to gaming.
What the fuck?
He says, oh yeah, sorry. At the airport, it's a saying in the membrane. What time is it there now? Yeah, so like...
This dude is... this guy's disgusting. And we were talking about this yesterday, but it's funny how a lot of the times when it comes out like, hey, this celebrity is, you know, doing this. He's talking to minors. It's like, well, that guy looked like a creep anyways.
Yeah.
And I hate to judge a book by its cover, but this dude just looked like he'd be into this. Like, I'm not too surprised. He just looks nasty. Yeah.
Here's another part of that same conversation. She says, I didn't choose the jailbait life. It chose me. I turned 17 in December, and it sounds so weird to say. It's kind of cut off, so I didn't see the before part of that. He says, is it cool being jailbait? Does the FBI follow you around arresting all the men you sleep with?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
He's just, like, baiting her to say some, like, sexual stuff so he can just fucking get off.
Pretty much.
Ugh.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, this shit is fucking pretty fucking gross. But yeah, This dude is a total fucking creep.
Like, I love that this stuff is out there, and it's just, like, so obvious that this guy just needs to be canceled. Like, this is really, like, sick, disgusting stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh. Like, especially when they, like, all these people at multiple times are like, just turned 17, turning 18 this month. It's obviously not here yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like...
Yeah, I mean, he's, like, looking for this shit.
Yeah, and it doesn't even seem to faze him. Like, he's not like, oh, you're 17, you know. He's just like, oh, okay, more of a thrill.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Just briefing for the podcast, but this dude is just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, dude. Even in one of those, he said he had a girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah. And she's in the... Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. I don't know what more to say. This guy is just a fucking creep. Cancel his ass. Well, his ass is canceled. Yeah, he's done, dude. He's done. Forspoken. All right, so Forspoken, a game that I think we all were like at least semi excited for. Like we
spoke
interested.
about it a few times on the podcast.
And they had like the gameplay they showed. It was just supposed to be like this huge world, this like good story, crazy good combat, and it just so happens that none of that is true. Maybe the combat's good, but the world is like really shallow. There's a lot of areas you can't even like get to.
Yeah, it's like it shows that you're able to, move in this direction, but then it teleports you back with a loading screen. Like, what the fuck?
Empty. I mean, you were showing me a video with like dialogue the other day, and it's just like
it was horrible.
It's like written by like a middle schooler almost. Like it was just so shallow. So with that being said, IGN gave it like a 6 out of 10, and I'm really no interested into playing it unless it's a game we decide like, hey, let's go through a shitty game for the podcast, and we're like, hey, Forspoken's like $5 on Steam.
Yeah, but this is a $70 game with a 7-hour campaign.
It sucks because I was thinking about this the other day. Like, it's so easy. Like, it may be a shitty game, but it's like so easy for us to just be like, oh, this is shit. Like, we're not gonna give money to it. But it sucks because a lot of people put like a lot of time and like passion into this game. Yeah. Like but maybe someone was just designing the characters. And I'm sure there's some characters or like the combat or the spells like that look awesome. Right. That now like won't really get any attention because overall the game's just not good.
But I'm pretty sure it was just the studios trying to hit a specific date.
Yeah.
And it was rushed. I mean, they release it maybe a month after Hogwarts. It's going to do way worse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. They were trying to get that, like, hey, no huge games are coming out in January. This is the spot for us.
Yeah. Which is, kind of a downfall in the gaming community.
Yeah.
Just fucking looking at your competition.
Yeah.
Just make something.
Yeah. You're
to now make it great, not to make it fucking make money. Obviously, it's a business, and you have to do that. But it will generate money if it's good, Yeah. You just kind of kick yourself in the ass.
The higher ups are just like, hey, we need this game released here because before it, this big game's coming out, and after it, this big game's coming out. It's not a matter of like, hey, are you finished? It's like, no, we need this game to release. Do what you have to do.
Right.
And I agree. That sucks. That sucks because, again, this game was looking sweet.
I mean, it looks great.
Like, this was like triple A. This was like, I have a Game Informer with this game being like the main game they're covering. Yeah. Like, it's on the cover, Forspoken. So this game was supposed to be something really good.
And this is Square Enix, right?
This is Square Enix. That's the other thing. Like, these are the RPGs, JRPGs. This is their bread and butter. Shit. Yeah, seriously. So that's sad. That sucks. And I'm sure just like FromSoft, they have like teams, like A team, B team. Right. So I don't know what team was working on this. Obviously, we have Final Fantasy 16 in the works, much bigger than this game. Yeah, this is what Square Enix is all about. It's Final Fantasy, and I imagine you have your main guys working on this game. So like, I don't know if those same guys are also working on this, if it's a different team, but they dropped the ball. May play it at some point, but
we'll play it in like 5+ years.
Yeah, it's now nothing I am rushing to. We have too much good potential on the horizon.
Yeah.
So Forspoken, apparent dog shit. Those were your notes.
Yeah.
That's funny. And what is this YouTuber?
So this story is really cool.
Oh.
I showed you the video.
Yeah.
So a YouTube streamer called Mutakamari. I think he's Japanese or Korean. I'm not too sure. But he is a streamer and he streams his fish, I guess maybe while he's at work or if he's not streaming himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he has his fish set up on like seems like a horizontal plane. And wherever they swim on the graph, that's the button input.
Right.
That goes into the system.
Mm-hmm.
So he was streaming Pokemon Violet. And the game crashed. And the fish are obviously still swimming. There's still inputs being made on his Nintendo Switch. And they buy like 500 Nintendo credits and commit credit card fraud.
Because it shows his like credit card information and stuff. Wow.
But luckily, Nintendo refunded it. So, but yeah, I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
Fucking criminal fish.
Yeah. I remember like seeing the IGN video for it, which it was very brief.
Yeah.
But again, you had sent me that. And yeah, that's just wild. That is absolutely wild. What a crazy idea.
It is.
I'm going to play through Pokemon and
super
have my
interesting
fish
though.
play this game for me. Yeah, it's unique. But yeah, that's wild. Not a very unexpected. That's not a story you're expecting to come across.
Exactly. But it was pretty cool. And also cool that they refunded it.
Yeah.
Obviously he had the proof, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nintendo, I need my $5.
That pretty much does it with the news.
Cool.
Now
that was the gaming news.
It's on to our clips. Clips of the week.
Unfreaking believable.
Holy shit.
Kilimanjaro.
Double kill.
Triple kill.
All right.
Holy shit, this guy is good.
I think I'm going to start this week.
Yeah. You got 4.
I'm going to start it off with one because it's kind of relevant to last week's.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Root beer, no! Root beer! No! Root beer, no! Root beer, no!
No! Root beer, no!
It was a bunch of root beer just sliding off of a table.
And it was mug.
It was mug.
Does that offend you, Snowflake?
Oh, I fucking love that video.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
All right.
That bear in the big blue house or something? Is that what that original video was?
I think so. Yeah. I can't remember what this one was. Hopefully it's
Surprise. Mystery video.
good. Oh, this one's so cute.
Aw. Be careful, please.
It's a pit bull climbing up a ladder.
That's why I set your own ladder up, man, so you want to go to straight one.
It's like a bunch of roofers. And I guess he carries his dog with him.
And he was supposed to be on the other ladder.
And he's climbing up a vertical ladder.
Come on, get up here. To work. I want you to stay on. Make me nervous. No, don't be spinning.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, you're going to spin off the roof. You're going to spin off the roof.
That is so cute.
Let's go down.
Oh my gosh, how does he go down?
Watch.
Go. Go down.
This shit's crazy.
Gosh, be careful.
I'm going to go next to you. How about that?
Oh, he's a service dog. I didn't realize that.
Everybody's anxiety is peak right now watching this
Right?
video. Like, oh, not the dog.
How fucking impressive is that?
Yeah,
though?
no, that's very impressive.
Holy shit.
That's really cool.
That dog is godlike. Remus could never.
Fenrir.
Yeah. All right, now this shit is fucking impressive. I fucking watched this video and then I just had to go to this dude's TikTok page. And all his shit is so crazy. So check this out.
Ooh.
Isn't that nuts?
Mm-hmm. I've seen a few videos like that of people doing like that same move, but that was probably the cleanest.
It's so
that
clean.
I've seen. That's very clean. Yeah, that's cool. Badass.
Damn.
Whoa, anime protagonist energy.
Well, that's like his whole TikTok account. It's just him doing crazy shit.
And he knew after he did that. You could tell in his face he was like, I'm a badass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Now, this one...
Is someone's head? I can't tell. Just like the back of someone's head. Oh.
Yes. How long did it take you to do this?
It took me like 2 or 3 hours.
Wait, what did you use? A razor?
Yes.
Wow. What kind of razor did you use?
The 3 blades.
Oh,
I almost got all of it, right?
Wow. You just gotta, when you finish taking care of the haircut, give him some alcohol all around. Make sure he doesn't get any infections. She's making it look good now, though.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Almost done. Oh, you got yourself pretty good, man.
Me?
That razor. So after you cut yourself the first few times, didn't you say, okay, maybe I should stop? Because,
I thought
First
about
few
it.
times.
But listen, I'm 30 years old, so...
I'm 30 years old. I know how to do this.
He may
thing.
like be on the spectrum or
Come on,
something like
boy.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just a guy.
Come on,
if you're
baby
listening,
boy. What are you doing?
it was a guy who like shaved most of his head with just a razor, and there was a ton of wounds.
The 3 blades.
Yeah,
The 3 blades.
yeah, and it was pretty rough looking.
Yeah.
So if
It's
you
not
had
his
a
first
chance-
rodeo. He didn't go single blade. He went 3.
He's
That's what
30.
you're supposed to do. He's 30. You know?
Yeah, he does what he wants.
Yeah.
All right, now
what was
on
that
to
4th
yours.
one? Or did you play all of them?
I played all of them.
That was
The
all
first
of them?
one was so short. It was the root beer one,
Oh.
and then the dog, and then the.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Ugh, I can't count. I'm at the beach.
Oh man.
I don't want to do the voice. If you know, you know.
cap.
If you know, you know, right?
No cap.
Hold on. Yeah,
Where we
you
at?
can literally go in that order. Just go in that
Okay.
order.
Just Judge Judy.
Keeper, shall we? What would you most like to change about the world?
All the fighting that's going on.
War. Crime. Poverty.
Inequality.
No war.
Poverty.
Probably my timekeeping.
Happiness.
Everyone to be ginger would be good. A ginger world. That'd be good.
Rupert! Rupert!
Oh man.
I agree.
Everybody is like a fucking prophet compared to him.
Know my struggle. I'm just kidding.
Everybody be ginger. All right.
Hey,
When you have a picnic party, but Ditto is in your
Ditto's
party. Oh, when you have a picnic, but
Daddy.
Ditto is in your party.
Daddy.
Poor Ditto, man.
I thought that was... Yo,
Just used and abused.
hey, if we can say one thing, that's a fact. Ditto fucks.
Oh, facts, dude.
Ditto fucks.
Dude, Ditto's the biggest fucker.
Dude, he's a fucker.
Ditto be fucking, dude. Oh, God.
No cap. You ain't capping.
Can somebody explain to me, as a gay man or a gay woman, what you personally get from
Okay, it says Flyers, Ivan Provorov refuses to wear Pride Night jersey, sits out warm-ups due to religious beliefs. Okay.
requiring somebody who doesn't agree with being gay to validate your sexuality? The NHL had like a Pride Night or whatever. I don't know. I don't really watch sports. And one of the players sat out of warm-ups because they were required to wear a Pride jersey. And as you can imagine, the Alphabet Mafia is freaking out because God forbid somebody doesn't agree with us. This is something that needs to be addressed in our community. The fact that we have this incessant need for validation shows that we're not actually secure in who we are. We don't need a Pride Night or a Pride Month, okay? Just live your life, be happy with who you are, and stop trying so hard to garner validation from people who are not gonna give it to you. Our acceptance of ourselves should not be contingent on other people agreeing with us. And considering we preach tolerance all the time, we need to start recognizing that tolerance goes both ways. That means respecting people with religious beliefs that don't align with ours.
Facts. Big facts. What are your thoughts?
So he's saying that he should be allowed to not wear the jersey, regardless?
Yeah, so it was him refusing to wear the jersey for Pride Night.
Yeah.
And he just sits out warm-ups
Yeah.
due to religious beliefs.
Yeah.
And I guess, he was saying the alphabet mafia, I'm going to quote him, was just, having a field day with that. Like they were just like, hey, this, this isn't okay. This isn't cool, blah, blah, blah. They were outraged about it.
Interesting. Yeah. Do what you fucking want as long as you're not hurting people. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. No, I just think I like videos like this where, I don't know, it's just an interesting perspective. Like I don't know. I respect this a lot. I think if you have, I'm just going to say it. If like you watch this and you cringe, like you're part of the problem. You're
That's
like,
fair.
no, this isn't. No, he shouldn't. He should wear. No, you're part of the problem.
I mean, respect everybody.
It goes both ways, right?
Yeah.
That was it. That's
Not
all I
bad.
got.
Okay.
Maybe stirring the pot a little bit. I don't know. I'm okay with that.
I mean, that's your issue. Sorry, bud.
Hey, come at me.
Okay. Where are we? Let's see if Open AI is working. Ooh.
Does that mean it's working?
It does indeed.
All right. Well, like I said earlier, cancel that because we got OpenAI to. It's back up. It's working now.
Cancel what?
Remember in the beginning I said that we were having some issues with OpenAI.
We still might.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Here we go.
So what are we doing here?
We're gonna ask it questions, but we have some pre-questions.
Oh.
If you'd rather get into those first.
Yeah, let's go for the pre-questions.
Okay.
So this is stuff you've already asked. I don't even know what this is.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I told the AI, create a legendary Pokemon.
Okay. And this is cool for people that, because you had to show me what this is. Like, I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
So it's really cool for people that also don't know about it because this thing is insane.
So Open AI Chat GPT is an AI bot that you can literally ask fucking nearly anything as long as it isn't slander, racist, sexist, or, anything, really derogatory. And it'll come up with fucking literally anything. You can ask this bitch anything.
Yeah. Test it out. Like, don't take our word for it. Look this up and just come up with something crazy.
Yeah. So here's an example. Would you like to read this?
Yes. So, all right. So again, you asked it to create a legendary Pokemon.
Yep.
And from what I can tell, it's looking like it created a pseudo legendary for us.
Does seem
we have Cosmosaur, and it gave us a new type. The type is Dragon Cosmic.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, Pokemon, are you listening? Here it is. Add another layer of strategy.
Yeah.
All right, so we have Cosmosaur type. And again, this is what AI created just based off him typing in create a legendary, like an original legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
So we have Cosmosaur type, Dragon Cosmic. Ability, Starlight. Boosts the power of dragon type moves and increases accuracy in dim light conditions. Is this already an ability? Or did it create this ability?
This sounds completely original.
Ooh, very cool. All right, so I'm going to give you an appearance. Cosmosaur is a majestic, dragon-like creature with a body covered in shimmering cosmic scales. It has 4 wings, 2 on its back, and 2 on its head. Yeah, 2 on its head. The glow with a bright... 2 on its head. That glow with a bright, starry light. Its eyes are a deep purple, and its tail is tipped with a cluster of stars. Oh, that sounds cool. It is said to have the power to control the stars and galaxies with its tail. Oh, nice. We get like some lore.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
There's even more lore.
Description. Cosmosaur is an extremely powerful and rare Pokemon, said to be one of the oldest and most revered in the Pokemon world. It is said to have been around since the dawn of time, to have played a role in the creation of the universe. Its presence alone is said to bring good luck and prosperity to those who are lucky enough to encounter it. That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's just like Cosmosaur and Arceus just like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? Like, I created you to help me. You help me.
Yeah.
All right, so attacks. Starfall. And I'm guessing these are original attacks.
I believe so.
So attacks. Starfall. A powerful dragon-type move that calls upon the stars to rain down upon the opponent. Cosmic Blast. A special move that unleashes a blast of cosmic energy at the opponent.
Ooh, it looks like Van Gogh
Oh,
was
Starry
the
Night.
owner.
Starry Night. A move that creates a mesmerizing display of stars, confusing the opponent. That's cool. And Nova. A special move that explodes in a massive burst of cosmic energy, dealing heavy damage to all opponents. Wow, this is actually really cool. Man, if we had like a much bigger fan base, I would love for someone to draw this.
Seriously.
That would be really cool.
Hit up Heather. She could draw it.
Ooh, what if there's like, isn't there AI that can like create something based off of, maybe you find that AI and just type in this
seriously.
appearance.
There's so many good AI bots
and
now.
it create like Cosmosaur. We'll have to mess around with that. That's cool.
Yeah. All right. So that was the Pokemon one.
Nice.
So I'll read this one.
Okay.
So write a story about how the Hardcore podcast with Robert Melton and Christopher Norwood breaks up. The Hardcore podcast with Robert Melton and Christopher Norwood had been a staple of the podcasting world for years. This is fictional, by the way.
Oh, man. Foreshadow.
Yeah. The two hosts had built a dedicated fan base with their irreverent humor and no-holds-barred approach to discussing current events. We don't really do that except for gaming
Not
stuff.
Not yet. But
despite their success, tensions had been brewing behind the scenes for quite some time. It all came to a head during a particularly heated recording session. Robert and Christopher had been discussing a controversial topic, and the conversation quickly devolved into a shouting match. Insults were thrown, and personal attacks were made. By the end of the recording, the two hosts were no longer speaking to each other. The drama didn't end there, however. The next day, a recording of the argument was leaked online, and it quickly went viral. Fans were shocked by the behavior of their beloved hosts, and many called for them to apologize and make amends, but Robert and Christopher were too proud to back down. Instead, they each released separate statements announcing that they would be going their separate ways and ending the Hardcore podcast. Fans were devastated by the news, and the podcasting world was left to wonder what could have been done to save the iconic show. The two hosts went on to start their own solo podcast, but they never quite captured the magic of the Hardcore podcast. They both continued to be successful in their own right, but they never fully recovered from the fallout of their breakup. Years later, in a joint interview, they both admitted that they missed doing the show together and that they regretted how it ended, but that it was time to move on. They even joke about it sometimes and even express the desire to do a reunion episode, but they know that it would never be the same. The Hardcore podcast was a one-of-a-kind, and its end was a loss for the entire podcasting community.
Oh, man, that's so funny. Joe Rogan's just like, damn, Hardcore podcast, man. I got him. Gosh, that really affected this community.
Yeah, seriously.
And realistically, like, that controversy is just us discussing something about Pokemon.
Seriously.
Pussy is a beautiful fucking Pokemon.
Shit tier. Shit
S
tier.
tier.
Yeah, asses and shit.
Fucking garbage.
All right. And I don't remember what this one was. Oh, okay. This one's cool and kind of relevant from what we've been talking about.
Can I read this
one?
one?
Go ahead.
All right. Robert asked, give me an alternate ending to Harry Potter where evil prevails. I just want to say, really cool, like, topic.
Thank you.
In an alternate ending to Harry Potter,
in a world,
the forces of evil prevail and Lord Voldemort and his Death Eaters successfully take over the wizarding world. Harry, Ron, and Hermione are captured and tortured for their resistance against Voldemort's regime. 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 I guess that's right with an accent.
Yeah.
They are eventually killed, and their deaths serve as a warning to any others who dare to oppose Voldemort's rule. With the death of Harry, the last remaining hope for the wizarding world is extinguished. Voldemort's rule becomes increasingly tyrannical as he enforces strict laws and punishes dissent. As he enforces strict laws and punishes dissent in brutal efficiency. Sorry, I'm terrible at reading. I read it like a 5th grade level. All right, the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is shut down, and its headmaster, Albus Dumbledore, is executed for his role in opposing Voldemort. Oh, wow.
No.
Damn, it goes back.
Yeah, so this is like book 4 or 5.
Yeah, what the hell? All right, Albus Dumbledore is executed for his role in opposing Voldemort. The Ministry of Magic is dissolved, and a new government led by Death Eaters is established in its place. Muggleborns and anyone suspected of being a supporter of the Resistance are hunted down and killed. The wizarding world is plunged into darkness as Voldemort's reign of terror continues unchecked. The story ends with the image of a broken and defeated Hermione, Ron, and Harry's friends, who are now forced to live in hiding and constantly looking over their shoulders as they remember the days when they stood up for what was right and fought for freedom. But now they are just trying to survive in a world where evil has triumphed.
How cool is that?
That is cool. Again, this AI is pretty awesome.
It's
like,
fucking
it's very thorough.
Cool.
It's very thorough.
These two we can wait for.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay.
So we got some, you got any questions in the queue?
Oh, gosh.
Let's see what we can come up with.
All right. Yeah. Because, again, I have nothing. So this is going to be very organic.
All right.
Very organic.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Yeah, let's give them a taste. Like,
okay.
Something along the lines of, irrelevant. Let's talk about like Forspoken, like something along the lines of how Forspoken could have been a better game. Like, what could they have done?
It depends on if it's updated or not, though, because I think that they don't update the bot as much as it should be, so it may not come up with anything. But we could try.
Yeah, we can try.
How would Forspoken have been a better video game? Okay. It is difficult to say how Forspoken, formerly known as Project Athia, would have been a better video game without more information about the game's development and design. However, some ways a video game could be improved include having a more engaging story. Okay, this is just,
generic stuff.
Yeah, because it doesn't have any information about the game yet.
Sorry, I tried.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's see. What's like a hot topic right now?
You know me, I don't really keep up with this stuff.
Just anything. Not literally like current news or current events. How can Ukraine defeat Russia?
Hot topic right now.
Or anything.
Yeah, I'm blinking.
Something video game related, even. If Kirby was in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, what would his role... Wait, no. What guild would he be in?
Did you have that one ready, or you just came up with it?
I just came up with it. I seen this Kirby sticker and then the Skyrim pillow.
If Kirby were to be in the Elder Scrolls Skyrim, It's hard to say which guild he would be in, as Kirby is a character from a completely different franchise, and Skyrim has a medieval fantasy setting, and Kirby is from a platforming game with a cute and colorful theme. It would be a stretch to put him in any of the guilds in Skyrim. But it would be fun to see how he would interact with the world and characters of the game. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to read. It could be interesting to see him join the Thieves Guild, which his inhaling abilities with his inhaling abilities to steal from the NPCs, or join the companions as a warrior, even join the Mages College using powers to cast magic spells. It's important to note that this is all fiction, and Kirby is not actually in the game Skyrim, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. I kind of thought he was.
I thought, it came out on the Switch. I thought he was DLC.
How unfortunate.
Fucking Bethesda.
Dude.
Coming next year, we
$70
bring you
on the
Skyrim.
Switch. $70?
Nintendo Edition.
That's fucking crazy.
To the Switch.
God, dude, they're milking the fuck out of the game. It's been 12 years, dude.
Dude, Todd Howard's like, oh shit, reading this. He's like, oh shit, there's more money to be made.
Seriously, dude. Kirby mods?
Oh. That's the guy who's...
Yeah, Todd Howard. Yeah,
okay.
Bethesda frontman. Vocalist.
What is up, E3?
Oh, shit. I wonder if E3 is ever going to become like a thing again. Like, like an in-person...
I think so. I think at some point.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because
everybody has their own.
It does digitally.
But it was such a big thing.
And it was really
like
cool.
The biggest event ever.
I hope it comes back. I mean, even if I never attend it, like, I don't know. I just feel like people went to that. It was like almost like a tradition thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure people went every single year to get like hands-on demos and stuff. And I
would
kind of
love
like
to go to
hate
E3.
that everything is just becoming digital. It's like kind of cool to go to, like if Comic-Cons were to stop and it was just strictly like something you watch. You know? Like,
that would be pretty shitty.
Yeah, it'd be pretty lame. So I hope it comes back. I can see it coming back.
Yeah. All right.
Ask it again. I'm sorry. I'm coming. This is like nothing interesting, but I'm curious how to acquire the taste for beer.
Okay.
How does one acquire the taste for beer? Like, I think I've finally done it. Like, for the longest time, I just couldn't get into it. And this isn't the best example, but like, I do like a Michelob Ultra, but a Yingling, I'm a big fan of Yinglings now, and I used to hate them.
What? No.
Oh no! Did it go down again?
Maybe not. How to acquire the...
Oh, AC. Oh.
Maybe it doesn't like the beer.
Really? Out of all things?
Maybe. Oh no. All right. Okay. All right.
We'll give it one more shot.
How to tie dye.
How to die?
Tie a knot. Let's see if this just comes up. Okay. Okay. So yeah, it did not like that question.
Okay. It's like, we do not want to create alcoholics.
Yeah.
Answer.
Yeah, this thing, it'll like go off on certain shit. But...
Ooh, can you ask it... Like, it's AI.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, what is AI's... Like, what's its favorite video game?
What is your favorite video game? And don't... Fuck. Just tell me you're a bot. As an AI, I do not have personal preferences or the ability to play video games. I can, however, tell you about some popular video games that people enjoy playing, and you can decide if one of them is your favorite.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was hoping it was going to be like, well, I am actually watching all the gameplay of every single game
Explain
ever
to
created within a
me.
second.
The perfect video game. Oh my god.
Oh, gosh. What did you do? Why would you ask it that? This is going to be so long.
I mean, I could always stop it. But yeah, it's just giving us like default shit. Lame. Yeah. Okay. Describe.
Oh, ask it. I'm thinking of like a TCG question.
Okay.
Something along the lines of like, what? I don't know how you'd word it. Like, in your opinion, what? I don't know. Like, Pokemon cards are worth like holding on to. Does it think it's going to be? Does it think will be valuable? Like, which ones are worth buying right now, or getting graded? I don't know. Something along those lines.
Are
Make me some money.
going to be valuable in the near future. It's difficult to predict which specific Pokemon cards will increase in value in the near future. The value of the card can be affected by many factors, such as rarity, demand, and market trends. However, in general, cards that are considered rare or hard to find, such as a holo or first editions, tend to be more valuable. Additionally, cards featuring popular or strong Pokemon, as well as cards from older sets, are often considered more valuable. Yeah.
It's also worth noting. It's also important. It's also important to keep in mind. I didn't want that. No.
Yeah.
Just make up something. Jeez. Give me something.
Okay. Explain how Harry Potter defeats who can he defeat? Or just give me a random ass character.
Madara. M-A-D-A-R-A.
Like that? Madara?
A-A-R-A.
Madara?
Madara.
Alright.
Madara.
From Naruto.
Whoa!
Naturo.
You're not supposed to know that.
I think Harry Potter gets fucked every time. do.
It
Okay.
is impossible.
Yeah.
I agree.
Taking it a while to submit this question or come up with a response. Hell yeah, Remus.
Remus, my boy. Get him.
He's trying to tell us.
What's he trying to tell us?
He's watched all
It's
of
impossible.
Harry Potter and Naruto.
He can't do it.
Well, I guess it,
Yep. Nah, nothing. Moving on.
I think it'll still come up with something.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Just one. Because I was thinking about this in the oh, there it is. But I was thinking about this in the shower the other day. You know, the place where you have your best thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
If you could remake any game to any genre, so not any game in any genre, but you can remake any game and change its genre, if possible, what would it be? So you can just remake a game, but you have the option to also, you can remake it in this genre.
Ooh, that's a good question.
So obviously that's something for you to think about. I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
Because, again, I wanted to get in this a little more anyways, but you know how you and Ashley have been playing through It Takes Two.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a game that me and my girlfriend Candace are also like working on. Like, we're pretty close. Like, we have all like the pieces. So like, we're close. And it's been a lot of fun. And y'all have been enjoying it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's real fun.
And that made me think, I'm like, man, we need more games like this. Like couch co-op. Like, this would be sick. I would love to see, in general, I would just love to see a remake of Jak and Daxter. Did you play Jak and Daxter?
Never.
You never played Jak and Daxter?
Well, I think I've played it, but I never definitely finished it.
That would be a good game to like have an episode on. because it's like not like huge.
Mhm.
And it's 3D platformer. That's kind of you had a lot of good 3D platformers from the PS2 era. But I would love to see that game in the style of It Takes Two, where someone's playing as Jack and someone's playing as Daxter, and you're just going through this world platforming, like doing puzzles
Yeah.
and stuff, and like interacting with like NPCs and just playing around with stuff. Because that was my favorite part
Yeah.
of It Takes Two, is like you get to these open areas where you're almost like able to take a break, and there's a few little mini games y'all can play and compete against each other, and there's just little things to interact with. And I think it'd be cool to see that, but the Jack and Daxter universe.
Yeah, that would be
That'd
really
be
interesting.
really neat. Because
That'd be
I
cool.
love Jack and Daxter, and Daxter is just such a cool character. It'd be like he does have a PSP game, but it would be cool to like play as both of them.
Yeah.
So, do you have any answers for that one?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know if it's an exact genre switch,
Okay.
but I think a co-op God of War, person playing Atreus and a person playing Kratos, maybe with like the difficulty bumped up like twice as much, would be fucking sweet.
Dude, can you imagine if like that was something you could do in Ragnarok, and that was like something that was just under wraps the entire time?
Yeah.
The game comes out and it's like you get to like the main menu and it's like start game, start co-op. And you're like, what?
Dude.
I can go through it co-op. And it's cool because
The instant regret of buying a fucking PlayStation 5.
Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything with this, but throughout the game there's points where you don't have Atreus there and you have like
that's not a
Freya
spoiler.
or Brock. And then in those
Well,
instances,
that's kind of a spoiler.
the is it?
The Freya part, yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean, not really.
Yeah.
But
Either way.
go ahead.
Well, I mean, we're gonna spoil the crap out of it whenever
Eventually,
we
yeah.
get to it.
But yes, that would be incredible.
But you then take over Freya or Brock. Like,
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. That would be cool. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a genre change, but you're like adding a feature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a couple times you came into my room and I was playing, and I had Freya, and I would pause it and I was like, spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other would be Pokemon, but obviously with like super ultra enhanced graphics and RPG-esque, like the same way as the new God of War.
Right.
That would be fucking amazing.
Actually, you made me think of another one. I would love even more than that. I would love Pokemon,
Okay.
but make it like Animal Crossing.
Dude. Oh,
Yeah.
that would be epic.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be incredible. And honestly, I'm going to call it. Like, it's probably not going to be anytime soon, but that game is going to come out at some point.
yeah.
They're going to make like a little life sim game like Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully as in-depth, if not more in-depth, but it's going to be in the Pokemon universe
That would
where
be
you
so
can
cool.
like, take care of your Pokemon. You can train them. Maybe there's a little battle thing. Hopefully. I mean, that's what Pokemon's all about.
Yeah.
But like you can level up your Pokemon, you can garden and stuff, you can grow like the flower plant Pokemon. I got, let me water my Vileplume, whatever it may be. Let me fish for some Remoraid or, whatever it may be.
No, that would be super cool.
But
I
that
love
would
that.
be incredible. Honestly, I probably want that more than the Jack and Daxter.
Nintendo, if you're listening.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about like a cash cow, like a game
Seriously.
you would make some money.
Seriously, yeah.
Like I don't
You
imagine
could put out so much DLC for that shit.
Yeah, like I don't imagine there being. I feel like the majority of people that play Animal Crossing have played or play Pokemon.
Right.
So where was I going with that? Either way, if not, because there's probably people that don't, but now you have like both of them coming together. Which you slap Pokemon on anything, it's going to make a ton of money.
Oh yeah.
But that, oh my gosh, you would break some records with that one.
Dude.
But yes, I'm gonna call it. It's gonna come out at some point.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah. All right. So back to the AI. It is done.
Explain
Did I
how
read?
Harry Potter defeats Madara
All right.
from Naruto.
Harry Potter and Madara Uchiha are characters from two different fictional universes, and they have never been depicted in any official or unofficial crossover content. It is not possible to explain Okay. Trash.
Yeah.
All right.
I think if you just word it
hyped
differently,
this up, maybe, but I
explain
think we were letting people
how
down.
Harry Potter
We were letting people down with this. We're gonna have to edit
defeats
this video.
Madara
Oh
from
my gosh.
Naruto in a fictional sense. Okay, there we go.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I guess wording is like everything.
Oh yeah, it's very important.
In a purely fictional sense, if Harry Potter were to fight Madara Uchiha from the Naruto universe, there are several ways that the story could play out. One possibility is that Harry could use his magical abilities to defeat Madara. Harry is a powerful wizard and could potentially use spells such as Avada Kedavra, Killing Curse, or the Expecto Patronum spell to protect himself from Madara's jutsu. He could also use spells to immobilize Madara, such as What's that?
Petrificus Totalis.
Oh, Sorry, it's just hard to read. I know the spell. It's just hard to read. Petrificus Totalis spell.
You're basically looking right
which
into
would
the lights.
freeze... Huh?
So you're basically like looking
which
right
would
into the lights.
freeze Madara and plus, Cyclops over here. Which would freeze Madara in place. Another possibility is that Harry could use his knowledge of magic and strategy to outsmart Madara. Harry is known for being a clever and resourceful character. He could use his knowledge of magic to find Madara's weakness and exploit them. However, Madara is also a powerful character with a lot of abilities, knowledge, and experience. It's also possible that Madara could use his Sharingan and other abilities to counter Harry's magic and defeat him. It's worth noting that these scenarios are purely fictional. The outcome of such a battle would ultimately depend on how the story is written. Okay.
I say we do one more good one.
Okay.
Any ideas? Dun 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 dun. Okay. Explain a alternate end of Lord of the Rings. If I guess we can do the same, like evil prevails.
Sure.
All right, let's make it juicier. And let's see. I'm going to do a fictional
alternate end of Lord of the Rings if evil prevails.
And Jason Statham shows up. Let's do something better.
Okay. I did like that, though.
John Wick. How about John Wick?
Hold on, Lord of the Rings. If
Maybe
evil
Leonidas.
Prevails, and I don't know. I kind of like the John Wick.
John Wick, you want to try it?
So out there. Yeah.
John Wick shows up.
John Wick post dog dying.
Yeah, definitely.
In a fictional alternate... Oh, no, you go ahead and read this one.
All right. In a fictional alternate ending of The Lord of the Rings, where evil prevails and John Wick shows up, the story could play out in a variety of ways. One possibility is that the evil forces led by Sauron have emerged victorious and the world of Middle-earth is plunged into darkness. In this dark world, John Wick, a skilled assassin and survivor, could be a lone figure who is on a mission to take down the evil forces who have taken over. John Wick could use his exceptional fighting skills and marksmanship to battle the hordes of orcs and other minions of Sauron. He could use his knowledge of weapons and combat to fight his way through the enemy lines. However, the evil forces are powerful. Sauron's armies are vast. John Wick could be outmatched and outnumbered, and he could be killed or captured. Another possibility is that John Wick could team up with the remaining members of the Fellowship of the Ring who have managed to survive the defeat of their quest. Together, they could use their combined skills and knowledge to launch a desperate last stand against the forces of darkness in a battle for the fate of Middle-earth. Not as in depth as I wanted, but
I still thought that was pretty cool.
let's
We need this movie.
yeah. Let's write this again, but let's change it to explain a fictional fight between the Fellowship of the Ring, how do you spell accompanied? Accompanied by John Wick versus Sauron and his army.
Army.
You want to read this one?
I'll try. In a fictional fight between the Fellowship of the Rings, accompanied by John Wick. Hold on, is that what you asked? Oh. And his armies. The story could play out in a variety of ways. One possibility is that the Fellowship, with John Wick. Oh no. With John Wick's help, could use their unique abilities and skills to battle Sauron's armies. Gandalf, the wizard, could use his magic to fight against the Dark Lord, while Aragorn.
Aragon. I mean, it's pronounced that way, but yeah.
Yeah, no, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli could use their combat skills to take down hordes of orcs and other minions of Sauron. John Wick, being experienced and skilled.
Sorry, I was trying to make it bigger.
Yeah, no,
There you
that definitely helps. John Wick, being an experienced and skilled assassin, could use his expertise in weapons and hand-to-hand combat to take down the enemies, and his knowledge of strategy to outsmart them. However, Sauron's armies are vast and powerful, and the Fellowship could be outmatched and outnumbered. They could use their combined skills and knowledge to launch a desperate last stand against the forces of darkness in a final battle for the fate of Middle-earth. Another possibility is that John Wick could use his exceptional fighting skills and marksmanship to take down Sauron himself. He could use his knowledge of weapons and combat to fight his way through the enemy lines and reach the Dark Lord. John Wick's fighting style and his abilities to improvise could give him an edge over Sauron and his armies. It's worth noting that this scenario is purely fictional, and the outcome of such a story would ultimately depend on how the story is written. But it is also important to remember that the characters' powers and the abilities of each character from both stories are different. So the outcome would be different, and it's not possible to give a precise outcome. So kind of cool, a little generic, but kind of cool. One thing I do want to show off is, this the AI has been falling a little short for us.
Yeah.
But type in something along the lines of what John Wick is wearing during this fight, because you can add on.
Yeah. Hold on, I got it. It'll bring it back up, hopefully, if the site's not down. Yeah. Yes, you can add on.
Is this the same one?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so you can add on, once you've kind of created this almost like a universe, you can continue to ask questions and it will answer them based off what you've asked previously.
John Wick is wearing during the fight against Sauron.
It's hard to say exactly what John Wick would be wearing during a fight against Sauron, as it would depend on the specific story and how the character is portrayed. In the John Wick movies, he is typically depicted wearing a sleek and understated all-black outfit, including the black suit, dress shirt, tie, and dress shoes. He also wears a long black overcoat, which he is often used to conceal weapons such as handguns and knives. He also carries a backpack which contains extra ammunition, weapons, and other useful items. In this fictional fight, if this fictional fight is set in the same universe of John Wick movies, it's likely that he would be wearing a similar outfit tailored to the fantasy setting of Middle-earth. He could be wearing a suit of fantasy-inspired armor, specialty designed to protect him from the dangers of a fantasy world, and maybe some of the weapons he carries could be enchanted to be more powerful. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that this scenario. Okay.
Yeah.
This has honestly kind of let me down.
Okay.
Write a story about how Tolkien and George R.R. Martin fight in a match against each other.
Got to do fictional because it's going to be like Tolkien's dead.
Yeah. That was fucking stupid. All right, I take back everything I said about this AI. Fucking amateur.
Once upon a time, in a land of fantasy and imagination, two of the greatest fantasy authors of all time, J.R.R. Tolkien and George R.R. Martin, were challenged to a match of epic proportions. The rules were simple. Each author would create a team of characters from their respective worlds, and the team that emerges victorious would be declared the ultimate champion of fantasy literature. Tolkien, the creator... Tolkien, the creator of Middle-earth and the master of high fantasy, assembled a team of powerful warriors and wizards, including Gandalf, Aragorn, and Legolas. Martin, the creator of Westeros and the master of gritty, realistic fantasy, assembled a team of cunning politicians and fierce warriors, including Tyrion Lannister, Jon Snow, and Daenerys Targaryen. The match began with a fierce battle between the two teams, with both sides showing incredible skill and strategy. Gandalf and Tyrion both proved to be powerful leaders, while Aragorn and Jon Snow fought with incredible bravery and skill. The match was closely contested, but in the end, it was Martin's team who emerged victorious. However, just as Martin's team was about to claim their victory, a surprise twist occurred.
Whoa!
Tolkien had been watching the match from the sidelines, revealed that he had one more ace up his sleeve. He unleashed his ultimate weapon, the Balrog.
Oh my gosh.
A terrifying demon of flame and shadow who had been waiting in the wings. The Balrog proved to be too much for Martin's team to handle, and they were quickly defeated. With the match won, Tolkien declared himself the ultimate champion of fantasy literature, much to Martin's dismay. The two authors, however, decided to put their rivalry aside and share a pint of ale together. They both agreed that their love for fantasy was what brought them together, and then that match was just a friendly competition between two great fantasy authors. The story ends with both authors sitting in a cozy pub, surrounded by characters from their respective worlds, laughing and talking about their shared passion for fantasy and the possibilities of future collaborations.
All right, that was sick.
That was cool.
That was cool. I'm back in. I just, I don't know. The John Wick.
They didn't even bring out the dragons. That Balrog would have been
that
toast.
was like really cool. Like it like added in a twist and everything.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was
Did not expect
the last
twist.
few things were total shit. I'm sorry, but that was cool. Please edit those last ones out. That was cool. That was fucking cool. All right, let's move on.
All right. So, we got one more thing. I told the AI, come up with a rap. And I made this one about the Hardcore podcast.
You made it about the Hardcore podcast.
Yeah, so this one I'm going to be doing. And then I have one more for you
Is
to do.
it about the Hardcore podcast or is it something different?
It's something different.
For me?
Yep.
It's something different. And again, I'm not too sure. I have no clue what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know the beat.
You know the beat.
I mean, I do know the beat.
Yeah, it's the same beat. Oh, well, mine, I believe the chorus is still in there, but yours doesn't have a chorus.
No chorus?
Yeah, because it kind of throws it off.
Oh, okay.
But you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you already rehearsed this?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Promise.
You're definitely going to have to make it a little bigger for me.
Yeah.
That's funny. Can I be your hype man? Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hardcore trap Beats.
Listen up, y'all. I got a story to tell about a podcast that's straight out of hell. Christopher Norwood and Robert
That's
Melton. These dudes are the worst. Let me break it down in a melon. They talking about nothing. It's just a bore. Their jokes are weak. Can't take no more. They should just call it the hardcore snore. Cause that's all it is. Nothing more.
Morgan.
They're just the worst podcast in history. No originality, just pure mediocrity. Christopher Norwood and Robert Melton. You're better off just hitting the mute button. They think they're hot stuff, but they're just not. Their show is a flop, it's just rotting rot.
It's true.
They got no skills, no flow, no rhymes.
We don't.
Just a bunch of whackness all the time. They try to be edgy, but they just lame. Their show's a joke, it's just a shame. They should just call it quits and retire.
We are.
Cause they're just not cut out for this wire. They're the worst podcast in history. No originality, just pure mediocrity. Christopher Norwood and Robert Melton. You're better off just hitting the mute button. So if you're looking for a good podcast to hear, just skip the hard chord. It's nothing to cheer. Christopher Norwood and Robert Melton, you're the worst. And that's the bottom line.
That's pretty cool.
No, I did not rehearse that at all. All right.
Yeah, good rhythm pattern. You had the same pattern, the same fucking rap.
Huh?
The whole rap. You had the same pattern, the whole rap. You could have switched it up. I thought you had flow, man.
No, I'm white.
Let me show you how it's
fucking
done.
suck.
Let me show you how it's done.
All right. All right, don't read it yet.
Trust me, I can't.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I did see one word.
Was it Vaporeon?
Is this vengeance? Yeah, it was Vaporeon.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
There we go.
All right. Let's get it. You gonna be on hype, man? Let's hype it up.
Let's go.
Hype it up. Hype it up.
Yeah.
I was just a trainer trying to catch 'em all, but then I met a Vaporeon. She made me stand tall.
Yeah.
She was different from the rest with her water gun. She caught my eye and I knew I had to have some fun. We started talking and the chemistry was real. I knew I had to make my move and make it a big deal. I asked her out and she said yes. I knew my life was about to be blessed. She went to a secret spot where no one could see. I took off my clothes and so did she.
Yeah.
She was beautiful and so was I. We made love and it was oh so fly. So fly. So fly. I lost my virginity to a Vaporeon that night. It was the best experience of my life. Everything was right. I knew I'd never be the same, and I'd always remember her name, Vaporeon. So if you're a trainer trying to catch 'em all, just remember sometimes love can come in a Pokeball, and you never know what might happen when you're losing your virginity to Vaporeon rapping. Hey.
Vaporeon rapping.
Vaporeon rapping. That's right.
Hell yeah. But that's all we got for y'all today.
So yeah, that is everything.
That's everything.
That's all we got.
Unless you got some more.
Nah, I think that was it. I just was curious about that one question. But yeah, no, that was episode 14 of the Hardcore Podcast.
Yep.
Hope you enjoyed it. I need to start doing a better job of plugging stuff. So like and subscribe. Tell all your friends.
Yep.
Tell your family.
Yeah.
Little brother, little sister.
Please
let them know.
Please rate us on Spotify.
Yeah.
And, I mean, anywhere you're hearing this, you know, it helps a lot. So
yeah, no, that was fun.
I'm literally fucking begging you.
He is.
Rate us, subscribe.
Robert, okay.
Like.
Okay, man. Take it easy.
Whoa, take it easy, man.
Whoa, take it easy, man.
But yeah, that's all we got.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Deuces.
Vaporous, yussy. Is he yussy?
Let's see, yussy.
Vaporous, yussy. Is the yussy for me?
Is that SpongeBob?
Yeah.